Hello, Louisiana beer reviews. El Jimador Grapefruit Paloma style premium malt beverage with natural flavors, produced in Memphis, Tennessee. It says produced by Brown-Forman of Memphis, Tennessee. Well, certainly Brown-Forman has a big facility in Tennessee, the Jack Daniel's distillery, but Memphis is City Brewing, who does contract brewing. The big contract they just got was, well, another big contract they just got was with Pabst Brewing, and I got some Schlitz beer recently, which was from the City Brewing brewery in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Couldn't get that out. So City Brewing has La Crosse, Wisconsin, Irwindale, California, Memphis, Tennessee, and Latrobe, Pennsylvania. All right, so 353.3, that's 353rd day of 2023, so December. MP, Memphis, I guess. P, production. 7:28 a.m. Made with real agave nectar. Now on the website they're saying it's made with real fruit. And I was saying with the lime margarita that they're probably not using real fruit, but the website says we use real fruit juice in it. Probably a small percentage, but so I'm assuming they have real grapefruit in there. This product is a malt beverage and does not contain distilled spirits. 23.5 ounces. So City Brewing, their sizes, they're always half an ounce off of 24. So they're cutting you down on that. And they're doing more and more contract brewing, so they're just a big outfit now. I remember when they first started, and over 20 years ago, they had some rough stuff out there. But then, to be fair, I was thinking they just didn't know what they were doing, but to be fair, they were putting out some pretty low-grade beers. That's the contracts they were getting from for some questionable stuff. Now they're doing much more higher end, not high end. They're not doing Bourbon County brand stout yet, but they're doing higher level stuff. Okay, like El Jimador's respected tequila brand. They're under the Brown-Forman umbrella, just like Corbel, Champagne, and Brandy, and their biggest brand, Jack Daniel's. Of course, we all know Old Forester. Okay. And they have a Scotch company that they control called Glenglassaugh. All right. Typical non-colored flavor malt beverage. That silvery gray appearance. Bubbles everywhere. Silvery gray. Okay. I think somewhere on the can it does say flavored beer. Their legal disclosure. Yep, flavored beer. That's the legal disclosure of what it actually is. But since it's a malt beverage beer, that means it has to contain barley malt and hops. Okay. Now a beer doesn't. You can make a seltzer. They'll say flavored beer on there, but they won't contain hops. It'll just be beer made from sugar cane, which is allowed by the U.S. government as a barley substitute. Okay, I think they even say you can make beer from beets or something. They have a whole list. And I think it says beer must be made from barley malt or a substitute including, they don't say only, but including, and they list it. I know it says sugar cane, I think beets, carrots or something. All right. I never really see those crazy type things. It might say honey, which is what mead might be a beer, but I'd have to go. That's going too far out on a limb on that. I don't sit there and read those statutes every day, or those regulations and pursuant to a statute. It smells like grapefruit a little bit. Now they put the real agave nectar in here to give it a tequila-like flavor. You see. Now, I've never had El Jimador tequila, okay, I'll tell you that up front, but I know it's popular. You see it around everywhere. I saw people drinking it on Mardi Gras Day, among many other tequilas. It's very sweet. Okay, I can see that they're using grapefruit juice, which is pretty bitter, but maybe not the juice, but the grapefruit itself. It seems like they're adding cane sugar to this to sweeten it. I know agave is also a sweetener, a sugar substitute, now although not an artificial sweetener. It's got a medium body. It's 5.9. I didn't mention that at the beginning. It's 5.9% alcohol. I'm thinking the bitterness units are 0. See, they have to use hops to make a malt beverage, but what they do, if you read, it's either the original Club Tales or Mike's Hard and Mike's Harder. Or it might be both. They give a detailed explanation of how they construct the product. They start with a beer, which may or may not contain corn or rice adjuncts. Then they start filtering it repeatedly, because they're trying to wash it out and make it like a vodka. But it's from they want it to be odorless and colorless and flavorless, and they basically make it where it's virtually gluten-free and hop-free, although it started with them. And they want to build the flavors they want the colors to be what colors they add, well, in this case they didn't add any, or what flavorings they add. Similar to a blended Scotch whiskey or blended Canadian whiskey. The grain spirits, the corn or rice, in some cases with whiskey, the grain whiskey might be 80% of the product, but if you tasted it, you would say, where's the flavor? That's how they want it. They want the flavor to come from the single malt whiskeys, the Isla, maybe some Highland, or like in a case of Highland Mist whiskey, they use all 4 regions. In Canadian whiskey, they're going to add the rye whiskey, the malt whiskey, maybe some wheat, and then in Canada you can add flavoring also. Natural flavors. Okay, so anyway, back to this. But I'm mentioning that because this is a beer, but it's kind of working on the same principle. I thought the lime margarita was really nice, but I think this one's better. It does seem like perhaps they're adding salt. I get that impression. Just a light amount of it. Which I don't know if that would be considered a flavoring or if the U.S. government would consider that a seasoning. Same thing, right? To us, but maybe not to the law. It does seem like it might be salted. It's a Goza. Medium body, mostly dry finish. Sweet, but not too sweet. I would say 4 out of 5 sugar cubes. And many of these will come out straight up 5 out of 5 sugar cubes, just like a sugar attack. But this is not that. And there is the agave and the grapefruit. I mean, Brown-Forman is pretty strict on their quality assurance and just their quality. They don't want to put questionable stuff out there on the market. So I'm sure when they got with City Brewing, they said, look, you can get this contract. We're both from Tennessee, or at least you have a brewery here. We do. Although I think Brown-Forman's headquarters is in Louisville, Kentucky. But if you do it right, this could be a long-term thing, just like Pabst handled our Tennessee, their flavored beers, the Tennessee country cocktails, the Jack Daniel's country cocktails, which they have peach flavor, lemonade flavor, every kind. And they're trying to make, and a lot of people, giving you the impression that it's Jack Daniel's with flavorings. And a lot of people buy those like crazy, right? But it's really just the Jack Daniel's name, and it's beer with flavoring like this. And Pabst still has that contract, because if you look at the Pabst Brewing website, Tennessee Jack Daniel's country cocktails is still on their portfolio list. And they subcontract out to whoever's producing it. So they did a great job on this. Now, so they probably told City Brewing, look, this is not Axe Head. We're not making Camo, Black Ice. We want somebody to drink this and not get sick. So they say, oh, well, we'll do that. You can taste the barley malt underneath, though. Really, they didn't get it totally non-beer flavored. But I don't think too many casual drinkers would pick that up. So this came out in late 2023, like around December, and now it's got 144 check-ins on Untappd. This is the first video review for this product in the world, and so although somebody might post one before this gets posted, you know, I got a backlog on my posts, but there's nothing out there when I look for it. But yeah, it's a winner. Even though it's a winter in winter time here, I think it's going to be more of a summer thing. A little bit heavy for summer poolside, 5.9, but then heck, they got people drinking Monaco cocktails at 9. Tequila-based, vodka-based, cognac-based Monacos. Drink a bunch of those 9%ers by the pool. I wouldn't want to be you, but so I'm gonna score this an A. I mean, remember, you got to look at these for what they are. It's a ready-to-drink canned beer cocktail mimic. I'm not looking at it as I would look at a Russian Imperial Stout, but those are two different styles, wildly different. And some people have trouble with that when they look at my channel, like you gave Bourbon County brand backyard stout an A, but then you're giving this an A. They're not. It's way better than this. It's not the same thing. You have to understand that. You have to grade it within its style, because it is within its style, okay? It can't be anything else but what it is. So, obviously, I'd rather drink the backyard stout. Not too much. It's very strong, over 12%. It's very expensive, $21.99. I'm not looking to go do that. This was $2.99. Makes a difference. But anyway, most people that have good sense could realize that, the style thing. They can grasp that concept. So 93 out of 100. Nah, I'm going to go 94. It's a little bit better than just getting into most excellent. It's solid, most excellent. 94 out of 100. Not my kind of thing. Wouldn't really look to drink it, tell you the truth. Glad I got a single instead of having to buy a variety pack. I know there's 4 flavors, so you know there's going to be a 12-pack somewhere with 3 of each in the 12-ounce cans. But, I could skip that. Wouldn't mind finding the other 2 flavors, whatever they are. But they had 2 at Star. The lime margarita and this grapefruit Paloma style, so that's what I bought. So, yeah, that's it. Nothing more to say, and I said a lot. So, Les Bon Ton Relais, a most excellent product from the continually improving City Brewing facility in Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Memphis, Tennessee and take a City Brewing brewery tour.